afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, petticoats and pants. Welcome to Harmony House International Spiritual Body Barter System and the Harmony House International Charter presented by your humble Chaplain Chandeep Kalra, nicknamed Charlie, and the Harmony International team consisting of first Lady Curtin, Bruce, the creative computer skills artist and associate director, Knox, and last but not the least, known, and of course our featured guest here, Dr. Meccia, the expert doctor, who will be speaking also at the end. Thank you. So my name is Chandeep, which is Chan means moon and Deep means light. So it means moonlight, which is quite romantic because I'm from the Indian culture. I flew in from New Delhi to New York on February 3rd, 1983 at 2 a.m. in the morning, and the rest is history. I'm now a legal citizen. And I came here legally, and I'm here to inform you and educate you about the spiritual body barter system. But for the first thing, what am I doing this very pattern of time? Because I had the opportunity of serving in the U.S. Army and on National Guard at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, in Charlie Company. That's why my nickname is Charlie. And the motto of Charlie Company is what? Charlie Company number one, if we can't do it, it can't be done. Ho ho ho! So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to call me Chandeep, or Chandeep, or John Deep. But, you know, if you want to make it simple, just call me Charlie. Or call me Charles, or Chuck, or Carlos, which is Spanish for Charlie, of course. But please don't invite me late for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, because I have modified healthy appetites. Thank you. So I'm going to introduce you why I think this Harmony House is a spiritual concept. I believe God, our higher power, gives us spiritual gifts, talents, and potential, which we develop in His perfect timing when we get the opportunities. America supports me now an opportunity, right? So when we develop these talents and skills, we have developed a healthy self-esteem. How do we develop self-esteem? By counting our blessings, achievements, and goals, and our character assets and character liabilities according to what? Of course, the 12-step program, Emotional Knowledge, which I started attending in 1984 after I got out of boot camp at a Lutheran church in Beaton, and now I'm attending it at the 12-step center in Forest Park on Madison Street under the leadership of my buddy, Knox. Please give him a hand. Thank you, Quinn. You do an excellent job. And also I helped start a support group called GROW, which is a 12-step group from Australia called GROW. So you grow with GROW, and I'll show you the books after the presentation. I came prepared, of course. Now, why do I believe in spirituality? Because like anybody under the sun, I have my own addiction, including codependency. So that's why I need the Recovery Devotional Bible, which is right here, and that has helped me in my fight against codependency and other addictions. So I'll show this to you after the presentation. That's why I believe it's very important to believe in spirituality or God, and God gives us all the wonderful potential, the spiritual gifts and talents, and it is a responsibility to develop them not only to utilize them for our own benefit, but to teach each other, our peers and friends. That's called the body barter system. Thank you. So, now I believe God loves us unconditionally, which is called grace. Now, beyond that, I want to know that if you don't know your aptitude or your strength, there's a wonderful way of knowing it. How? By going to a community college, like Triton and community suburban County or college DuPage County, and you can take the Myers-Briggs and Strong Cabin. I took these tests, so I'm passing them, and you can have a look at them. My tests at Triton College, and you can take the Myers-Briggs and Strong Cabin, and I took them twice at College DuPage in 1984 and 1996 at Triton, and I came out highest, of course, in social, enterprising, artistic, and very low in investigative and conventional and realistic. Even though my dad was a mechanical engineer in the Indian Army, a colonel, my mom was a cabinet dentist, but I'm more social than I think the President Biden maybe. So that's why I've been really enjoying this presentation with you. But more often than that, if you take this test, then you can come to know your strengths and also what you're good at and what you're not good at, pursue your education, and also be able to develop these talents that God has given you the opportunity to develop. So I have done well in my social ability in working in bookstores, gift stores and thrift stores, and also I have had the opportunity for serving as a chaplain for American Legion, Post 14 at Forest Park for 12 years. And also I have done volunteer work after doing internship in 1998 in independent living skills for 6 months under Charlie Buck and Billy McCain at Progress Center for Independent Living. What is Progress Center for Independent Living? It is a center for people with disabilities to empower them and advance their civil rights and also help them and their clients to know, learn things like travel training, mentorship, and also job training, as well as legislative adequacy. Believe it or not, I took the legislative adequacy course for Larry Biondi 7 times. Like I've taken the last course at NAMI 8 times. The more you do it, the better you get. So I also had a great opportunity of working at NAMI Drop-In Center, our beloved NAMI Drop-In Center right here, since 2017 to 2022 as a sanitation engineer, which is a fancy name for janitor, but I chose to be janitor and not be a man-eater. So now I've been that's my responsibility 3 times a week of watering the garden at the back and the plants at the front, which I started the garden with the help of the program manager Charles Torpy and Executive Director Kimberly Kanaki. At the back, we actually planted the plants and we have new furniture there and we have a cookout there for Labor Day and also for other days like Memorial Day, etc. So you're welcome to come and share, eat and have fun and make friends and be a buddy bottle system. So now what exactly is the buddy bottle system all about? Well, the buddy system, to be honest, I never heard of buddy in India at all. But when I landed up at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, I found that the platoon would ride squads, and the squad would ride in pairs of 2 soldier trainees, including myself, into 2 soldier trainees, doing what? Things like push-up, millions of push-ups, sit-ups, and 2-mile runs, and counting those 2-mile runs, and of course, assembling and disassembling the machine gun, M16 rifle, and also first aid and other activities which you have to pass a 30-task smart book to graduate. And I did get an honor discharge, and I am now a chaplain, so I got over the opportunity and I seized it at American Legion. Thank you. But now, what's the barter system? The barter system means exchange of goods and services. Before money came into existence, people exchanged goods and services. So now, I propose that we do the same. We learn talents, develop them, and learn and teach from each other. That's the barter system. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we all come from different nationalities in this wonderful country, from different religious affiliations and different denominations, church denomination. My vision is in my community center, the Harmony House International, the ecumenical chapel with support groups aligned to the chapel in the line, the hotline number of each major world religion. I also propose to have an accessible support group center because everybody has addiction, and I propose to have an accessible support group center and learning resource center and other items which should be discussed in the Harmony House Charter. So now, thank you so much, and I would like to encourage you and invite you to do a 5-minute activity. We all have something to bring to the table. We all have some good traits. We all have some good positive qualities, personality traits, talents, and skills. Now, personally, I haven't put my board up here, even though I've been prepared this board last year presentation. So I would like to learn what? Of course, advanced computer skills and advanced driving skills, and in turn, I can show you how to do public speaking, swimming, and relate mostly in jokes. So this is what I'm going to put up. So now or later, you're welcome to put your first name, last initial, your email or phone number, and what you want to teach, what you want to learn, and thus start the Buddy Bar system in Harmony House in your beloved Army Center. Thank you. God bless America and world peace. Now we're going to have the charter. What is the charter? This is my vision of Harmony House International, and I'll start with the mission statement. The mission statement of Harmony House International is to empower people with disabilities or special needs, or just anybody in general, to welcome to know the knowledge of their potential, spiritual gifts and talents, also to give them the motivation to develop these talents and gifts not only for our own benefit, but also to teach our friends and peers, which is of course the Buddy Bar system. I'm going to speak first on the Harmony House Chapel, of which somebody else was supposed to, but she didn't show up, so it's okay. The Harmony House Chapel is my vision to have an ecumenical chapel where all the major world religions are represented. Is the screen going on?
Yes.
Are you ready to screen?
Yes.
Okay, so change the video, change the screen, please. Okay, so the chapel is supposed to have chaplains for different faith on hotline and religious literature of different religions, and the hotline and actual services on day-to-day basis of different major world religions. And the intended mission or the goal is to have harmony among all people of different faiths to develop unity and diversity. The second thing we're going to talk about is the Emergency Resource Center. The Emergency Resource Center, or the Emergency Service Resource Center, is a center for information regarding services for people in crisis situation. The center will have computers and telephone services, and a volunteer social worker will guide people to accessing services outside the Harmony House infrastructure. Thank you, and now to my Associate Director, Curtin. You have a big hand.
Okay, Lawrence and I thought that it would be fun to include a salon day spa where people could come and decompress, lower their stress. A therapeutic place to get away, get refreshed and rejuvenated, more specifically a place to get their hair and nails done, makeovers, facial massages, and also to kind of like boost your self-esteem, maybe learn how to wear clothes for an interview, and you know, that also leads into resume skills and stuff as well. Another thing I'd like to talk about and share with you guys is the support group center. The support group is something that I've been a part of my entire life. And it's given me a voice where I didn't have it at home growing up as a young girl. I was raised by home, and that's what happens. So like in the support groups, I meet other adults and learn and heard, and I can hear other people discuss what's going on in their lives, and we can share with each other. We believe that everybody deals with some addiction, and either if you have addiction, if I have an addiction, if I know somebody else in my life that has an addiction of any kind, we hope to provide 12-step and other support groups. Example, Codependence Anonymous, Grow, Emotions Anonymous, Recovery International, etc. We plan to provide books and pamphlets of all the support groups. People are welcome to participate both in person via Zoom. Zoom attendance is available to people all over the world. So people from all over the world could be included in our Zoom at our Harmony House, and it would just bring the world closer together. And the next thing I'd like to talk about is a health club that would be similar to the PAB YMCA, where there's a swimming pool, a gym where we could come to play basketball, and do karate and Tai Chi and yoga, and there'd be exercise machines, a running track. We'd want to provide a place to work on weight management, diabetes prevention, better interpersonal relationships, and better brain chemistry. And the next two things would be the Recreation Center and Senior Center. The Recreation Center is a place for games and fun, fully furnished with comfortable couches and chairs. People can practice arts and crafts, instruments, and social skills. A small kitchen will be available for making coffee and tea, and like our kitchen that we have here. There would be instruments, like if somebody wanted to, practice an instrument, there'd be a lot of space to play the instrument. And then the last thing that I'm going to share with you is the senior care, the senior center. Will include like a big television, kind of like what we have here at our day center at NAMI. It'll include like a big television, computers, exercise, and arts and crafts activities, as well as counseling for insurance benefits for seniors that need like a Medicare or senior services. And next, Medicaid, Medicare. Next, the kitchen and dining rooms. Louis?
My name is Louis, and I'm a member of Family House. The dining room cafeteria will provide healthy meals at low cost for low-income individuals to exchange for volunteer service like cooking, cleaning, prep, shopping, and working in the kitchen. The next one I present is temporary housing. Temporary housing is for individuals who will be provided as a traditional place under close care and monitoring with focus on self-improvement with hope of one day contribution, talents, and skills to Harmony House.
Thank you. So, I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Learning Resource Center. Like all of you know, we go to the library, we check out 12 books, 20 books like I do, and maybe need only one. But sometimes people have learning disabilities. I'm a very slow reader myself, from brain injury to the boot camp. We go to boot camp for Jackson. But we can have alternative ways of learning at the Learning Resource Center besides books for people with learning disabilities. This includes digital learning, CDs, DVDs, and not only for religious books but also for all the world classics, so that people can learn no matter what their disability, as long as they've got passion for learning. Secondly, there will be an auditorium. The auditorium has got two features. The first one is for creativity. Creative music, a place for people to express their creative arts through music, speeches, poetry, prose, painting, theatre, just like we have open mic before on the previous program manager Charles talked to. We had nomination here, the open mic here every Friday, so this I got the idea from there. And also there will be a second auditorium, which will be a therapeutic auditorium, where there will be group for skill enhancement, cognitive behavioral therapy, and of course dialectical therapy. Last but not the least, is of course the community garden. Why garden? Of course, I told you I'll tend the garden in the back with the head start. But also, our goal is to keep the environment pleasant and appealing to the guests of Harmony House International and all of you who are the guests of my presentation. Thank you. Last but not the least, in my presentation, I'm going to ask you the Veterans Center, like American Legion, Post-14, if we have a whole place where veterans of U.S. Armed Forces can get together for camaraderie and socialization, and you hope to have people with social workers help veterans find the ultimate benefit for serving your country and getting and making sure you are still free in this troubled world. Now, last but not least, I request Dr. Meccia to come and talk about a medical clinic. Thank you.
I'll talk from here. Actually, I was just invited to come, and then suddenly I find out I'm back. Your speakers. Your brochure says free. whether it's a free medical clinic or there's payment involved, there's a number of issues that have to be overcome. One would be licensing. You need a license to operate a clinic. Also, you would be subject to public health inspections. Whether it be a hospital or a clinic, this is a voluntary act, but most try to achieve accreditation. So the accreditation agency is Joint Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Organizations. Now, that is technically voluntary, but in the medical world, it's really less than voluntary. Most hospitals and clinics are pressured into pursuing that. So that costs money. It costs money and a lot of effort. You need a team to achieve accreditation every 5 years. So what I'm recommending is start small. Don't be treating patients in the beginning because of those reasons. You can start, what do I mean by starting small? So making the clinic basically a health resource center where people can come for healthcare information, that sort of thing. Then we don't need to worry about issues like licensing or accreditation or, for that matter, public health visits. So the other issues would be what exactly is the population? Is the population everyone, or is the population those with special needs? It's not clear to me. So in your brochure on page 2, you mentioned special needs. So is that your population?
Yeah, but we are open to anybody coming, but we're definitely aiming primarily people who are especially mentally physically challenged, like me, for example.
So I'll finish up here. Know your population. Serve your population. 2, location is important. Are we talking about Oak Park? Are we talking about Forest Park? What are we talking about? Chicago? What are we talking about in terms of location? And budget. Budget is extremely important. What you can do and can't do is going to be pretty much dictated by your budget. If you have no budget, you can do nothing. So you have to know what your budget is. What kind of budget are we talking about? Are we talking about a $1 million activity? Are we talking about a multi-million-dollar activity? Are we talking about a less than $1 million activity? So these are critical components. And so your location, your population, your budget, and what is it that you need in terms of the size of your first facility? Are we talking about one facility? Are we talking about multiple facilities? But let's just begin with the first facility. And let's assume we're talking about Oak Park. So what is the general size of the facility? That dictates a lot in terms of what you can do. So these are the factors that really have to be talked about. Now when it comes to funding, one last thought. It's not about you all digging into your
you so much, Dr. Meccia. Give us a hand. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm always open to your feedback, suggestions from all of you, whether you're gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen with some kind of disability, or whether you're a perfect expert professional in your own area. I'm open to your feedback. I'm going to pass on membership card with the help of my associate director, Curtin. And if you can, so that you can become, we all become members today. And if you come to 10 presentation or 10 groups, we hope to start at this place or somewhere else, then you get a free t-shirt. Wow. So thank you very much for coming and helping us to launch the Harmony House Recovery Dream. And your suggestion and feedback is always welcome to me. And you have the brochure, you can contact me by email or phone. And I thank all my team members, Billy Curtin, Lewis, and Colonel Dr. Meccia, the gentleman who ran the lower order, who ran the PowerPoint, and Twin Dogs in absentia who prepared the PowerPoint for me. Thank you and God bless us all.